So jumping right into it, this episode starts right from where it left off last week with Jesse freaking out. He's literally acting psycho Jesse. This is the first time we're really seeing it come full throttle, which made it very exciting from the beginning of this episode. And I thought the coolest part of this episode was Jesse just using Genesis on Tulip and her walking backwards, and she's like, don't do what you did to me in Dallas. And it's terrifying because this also hints at how dangerous it is for Jesse to have Genesis if he hurts someone he loves. I mean, you can't just be shouting that out randomly and demanding the girl you love without her consent to just leave. So that was a very dark thing Jesse did there. I thought it was great that they showed that, though. It was kind of like a whoa moment to the show, like this is possible now. And Victor being hung was kind of funny. He was just hanging in the middle of the room. You don't know if Jesse's going to kill him or not. It was a nice little keeping us on the edge of our seat, seeing if that would happen. The flashback in Dallas, I thought, was a little slow, but it was still good because it was character building. It was a very good usage of flashback because it built up Jesse's character and Tulip. And I love the little guy, Reggie, sitting in the apartment with them. And the poor guy gets punched in the face by Jesse for basically just saying, can I please leave? And they're not letting him leave. And he's like, I don't want to get in the middle of this. This is really uncomfortable for me. And he just gets the brunt of the hit from Jesse. So I felt bad for him, but he was very funny. It was interesting to show Tulip's side as well, that she is all about the jobs. And Jesse's all about maybe this family life he craves in a way, and that peace. And he wants to deep down want to be a preacher, just settle down with Tulip. But Tulip always still wants to go back to being a hit lady or hit woman. And that's an interesting thing they kind of take on there at both their psychology, and where this made Jesse's character and Tulip's character more complicated. We still don't really know where they stand about all their values in life in general. Tulip punching Cassidy for spilling the beans to Jesse was hysterical. Cassidy felt so bad for him. You always feel bad for Cassidy. Now he's really in the middle with Jesse and Tulip, and then Jesse was kind of a dick to him too. And Cassidy can't get a break. He generally is showing, like, look, no, I'm generally looking out for both your interests. And they're both doubting him. And like Jesse said, that great line where he's like, why should I trust a junkie vampire? And it's a good point. But Cassidy's shown he's a loyal friend. And he has a good heart. And we see that. So it's funny, him kind of convincing Jesse. But he did effectively talk Jesse out of killing Victor, which would have screwed up Jesse's whole relationship with Tulip. Even though at the end Cassidy's like, that might not screw it up totally, but it would. Because Tulip would have freaked out. So that's why I was freaking out when Preacher came back to see Tulip, and we think he actually did it, and he's like, yeah, I brought him down. And they were like, what do you mean you brought him down? Because they teased us with the axe, and I thought he killed him there, and I was shocked, but he didn't, thank God. So Tulip and Jesse are good, and he got the divorce papers, bam. But then Saint of Killers goes and kills Victor. Did not see that coming. And we got this stepdaughter now going to lead the Saint of Killers to Jesse, which is kind of cool. I like how they left it off on that. It's a brilliant concept to get Saint of Killers a little more interesting because he's kind of just been following now. And cool, he shoots a gun. It's a big, powerful gun, but we need something a little more depth to what he's doing. So it's kind of cool now if he's following the stepdaughter of Victor, almost haunting Jesse and Tulip in a way. Overall, this episode, I'd give it an 8. It wasn't amazing. It was a slower-paced episode, but it was a necessary episode. I think this episode will have a lot of payoff for the season as a whole. Season 2, obviously, has been way better than Season 1 so far, and I expect it to get better and better. I've been really enjoying the show. I love the 3 main characters. However, I don't know if I'm sold on Ruth Negga as Tulip yet. Her acting, I don't know if I like it or not. Some points I'm sitting there thinking, like, is this bad acting when I'm watching her? And sometimes I'm like, maybe it's good, but I feel like it's bad. So please comment on that. Let me know what you think about it. I'm torn about Ruth Negga's performance so far as Tulip. But let me know what you thought of the show in general tonight. Please subscribe and follow me at SteveVarley1 on Twitter and Instagram. And I'll be doing a Preacher review every week, and Game of Thrones as well, and movies and other television shows. So please comment below with your thoughts. I respond to everybody. I need all the support I can get. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. If you love Preacher, keep coming back.